Do you listen to podcasts or watch YouTube videos of people like Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, or even someone like Grant Cardone? If so, I'm telling you to stop watching or listening to that content. That's what we're going to cover today on the Weik Fitness Podcast. What's up, guys? Matt Weik, Weik Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. Today, I want to talk about something that it doesn't bother me, but it kind of frustrates me on a level that so many people are investing hours and hours and hours every single day to either listening to some type of podcast that's uplifting and motivational, and maybe it talks about business or life or health or whatever the case may be, or they're on YouTube, they're watching videos, different type of content, and it's frustrating because people live for the content that these type of personalities are putting out. I mean, let's face it, guys like Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk, they're motivating, they get you pumped up. You might not always agree with what they say. For instance, like a Gary Vaynerchuk who's telling you, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, you're wasting your time on this, and stuff like that. It's all great, information, it's educational, it's entertaining, but at the same time, there are so many people out there that are wasting time listening or watching to this type of content who have zero action at the end of the day. I'm all for reading books, listening to podcasts, or, how-to videos on YouTube. But if you don't implement that information, you're really just wasting your time and filling your brain with useless knowledge that you never planned to implement in the first place. Everything these days is about action. That's what it comes down to. If you're trying to figure out how to run a business and you're watching some YouTube video or you're listening to a podcast on, maybe it's Neil Patel and Eric Sue. You're watching Marketing School on YouTube or listening to their podcast. And they put out all of this great information on things that you should implement to help grow and scale your business. By the end of the podcast or video, you're like, wow, this is great information. I should use this. But what do? Nothing. And that's a problem. Why are you wasting your time trying to take your business, your life, your health, your family, your finances, whatever the case may be, to the next level if you're not taking the necessary steps to get there? It's great that you can tell everybody, man, I'm learning all this new stuff. I'm listening to all these great people. They're putting out all this great content. But at the end of the day, if you're not implementing those strategies and the information that you find from their content, then what's the true point or meaning behind spending the time and investing your time doing that? You might as well just not even listen to it or watch it and just go focus on other areas of your life or business or health, your fitness, whatever the case may be. If you have zero implementation, if you don't have the motivation to take those strategies, those tips, those hacks, whatever the case may be, and utilize that, then why are you even doing it in the first place? So that's what I really want you guys to think about in your day-to-day life. What, time suckers, for a lack of better terms, are you putting your efforts towards on a daily basis without any type of implementation or movement towards a result? If you're not actually doing anything, you're simply wasting resources. And the greatest resource that you're wasting is your time. Like for me, if I'm watching or listening to, an hour or 2 hours worth of educational, business, CEO, marketing, social media, whatever the case may be type of content. If I'm watching it and it's something that I don't feel that I'm going to implement, I stop watching or listening to it. I move on to the next. Or if it doesn't pertain to something that I'm interested in, I'm not going to sit there and listen to it just because it's talking about something business related. So I can feel good about myself and, stick out my chest like I've accomplished something for the day. I've accomplished nothing if I'm not looking to implement some type of strategy. So everything that I do is based upon my own growth and my own success. What's going to help take X, Y, or Z to the next level? If it's a fitness video, how can I implement this strategy into my own fitness routine or my own nutrition plan to get me better results? If I'm learning about how to properly manage stress, I better be willing to take the time to work on that skill or that strategy to improve my life by reducing my stress levels. If it's business, if I'm learning about social media strategies or marketing, how to get people to my site, get better traffic, and build upon that, I better be willing to implement those strategies and work to fix those things. Otherwise, I'm just wasting my time. I might as well just go write more content or record another podcast or, do another interview, whatever the case may be. My time would be better suited doing something else if I have no, desire to implement something. So I want to really keep this podcast episode short and sweet. I literally want you to look at the blocks of time throughout your day. What are you doing? Are you on social media for hours every day, every night, every morning before you go to work? What value is that bringing to your life? Looking at social media profiles of people who either A, you don't know, excuse me, or B, you're not really friends with. Maybe it's people that you went to high school with. But what really have you done with them over the last few years? Absolutely nothing. So you're social media stalking them in a sense. You don't want to spend the time and invest, the time to be with these people and be a part of their life and vice versa. So why are you going through seeing what they're doing on social media? What does that change in your life at the end of the day? Nothing. Your life is your life. What other people do doesn't change your life. I mean, unless it's a family member that, it directly involves you, there's no reason to be, oh, wow, this person is doing this, or, oh my gosh, that person is having a baby, or, oh my gosh, this guy got a new job. Congratulations, you haven't talked to that person in 7 years. Who cares? So look at what you're doing throughout your day and figure out what you can eliminate to free up more time. Maybe that's more time spent exercising. Maybe you're only getting in 30 minutes, but you want to get in a full 60 minutes of exercise every single day. What can you cut out to do that? Maybe it's spending more time with your family, your wife, your kids, whatever the case may be. What can you cut out to do that, to accomplish that? Maybe your, pipeline for your business is so slammed that you want to be working on projects, you want to be prospecting, cold calling, you want to work on your social media, you want to get your business out in front of the right people. How do you set aside more time to do that? Well, you're going to have to eliminate things. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. You can't change that. So you have to eliminate things to get that result. So what can you take away? I'm a huge fan of the people that I spoke about earlier on in this podcast. I like Gary Vaynerchuk. Do I agree with everything that he says? No. I like Tony Robbins. Do I agree with everything that he says about, motivation and this and that? No, not always. Do I listen to the guys like Grant Cardone and think, man, this guy, he's saying the right things, he's doing the right things, but at the end of the day, I don't agree with everything that he produces in terms of content. Guys like Neil Patel and Eric Sue. of marketing school. They put out great free information on their podcast and their YouTube channel. But not everything that they say I agree with or is relevant to my specific industry or my specific business. So I just don't engage with that content. Or if it doesn't resonate with me, I just stop listening to it. Find out what you need to turn off and stop listening to, and start implementing the things that you hear and see that will truly make a difference in your business, your life, your health, your fitness. And go out and strive to achieve those things. Who cares about how much time is being wasted watching and listening to these types of programs, this entertainment, so to speak, the content? If you're not putting action into these things, they don't mean anything. So stop wasting your time. Look at what you do on a daily basis, and if it doesn't make sense to keep it in there, eliminate it and fill it up with something that you're going to take action on to move towards an end result or goal. And that's really all I wanted to get through today. So many people are wasting time, and it's such a valuable resource for all of us to have, because time is something that we will never get back. Listening to this podcast, you will never get that time back. So at the end of the day, I hope this brought you value. I hope you listened to it and you said, man, there are a lot of things that I do that there's no action towards or on. I should probably eliminate that type of stuff. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to stop listening to this. I'm going to be closing this out. I want you to look at your life, look at your day, look at your schedule, look at what you're doing, and eliminate the things that you're not taking action on. Maybe it's television. Maybe you're watching, The Bachelorette or, one of those game shows. You know what? If that's not doing anything for you and moving you towards a goal that you want to achieve, eliminate it. Get rid of it. If it wasn't for my wife and kid, I would get rid of cable altogether. Sorry, Comcast. I'm getting rid of cable. And in fact, I wouldn't mind getting rid of my home phone either. Why? Because both of those are wastes. If somebody wants to call me, they call my cell phone. They don't call my house. The only people who call my house are people who want to talk to my wife. And she has a cell phone too. So that's a waste to me. And television is the biggest waste. There's really nothing that's on television these days that's truly educational. Everything is for entertainment purposes. And I get it. That's one of the main reasons for television. You get to relax, you get to be entertained, take your mind off of your work, things that are going on in your life. I get it. But for me, that's wasted time. If I'm not learning something, I eliminate it. That's why I don't watch television. There's very few things that I will watch on TV in my free time. And everything that I DVR, everything that I would want to watch, I don't watch anything live because I don't want to watch commercials. Commercials, it's a waste of time. I don't need to watch a commercial on Q-tips or the next big car that everybody wants to buy. Frankly, I don't care. It's wasted time. It's wasted energy. And I don't have time for it. I DVR everything. I fast forward through all the commercials. If there's something going on in the show that doesn't pertain to me or I don't find of value, I'll fast forward until it's a part that starts talking about something that resonates with me. That's just how I am. That's how you should be. You should be very guarding and aware of your time and where you're investing that time. Because like I said, you're not going to get that back. If you watch a show for 30 minutes and it doesn't bring you any value, that's 30 minutes that you're never going to get back. That's 30 minutes that you could have grown your business, went and worked out, because everybody says that they don't have time to work out, but they have no issue sitting in front of the idiot box every night and watching worthless entertainment shows, the Kardashians and all these other stupid shows on reality television that bring absolutely no value whatsoever. They have no time spending it, watching that stuff. So at the end of the day, it's your time, whether you decide to make it, productive time or wasted time. But, I hope you look at your life and you say, man, I should cut some of this stuff out because it just doesn't bring me any value. And, it'll free up time for you to do things that will add to, your life, your longevity, your legacy, your business, whatever the case may be. But that's the takeaway. That's all I got for today. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I am. I had some ups and downs, fraudulent charges on my credit card. Somebody hacked it, ran up like $10,000 worth of charges at Bloomingdale's of all places. Obviously, the credit card company looked at that and said, I don't think Matt is shopping at Bloomingdale's, nor is he spending over $10,000 at a shot to get whatever was purchased. But all good things. Business is good. Life is good. I can't really complain. Not that anybody would care anyways. But I hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you have an amazing rest of your week. A fabulous weekend. And until next week's episode, please take a look at your life. Figure out the things that you can get rid of and eliminate and free up more time to do the things that are going to create action and a result in your life.